Gentleman from New York, Mr. Goldman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I do look forward to having this debate as someone who spent 10 years writing, drafting, and getting warrants through courts and recognizing also the exigent circumstances that often exist with the 702 information. It is not as simple as my friend, the chairman, at the end would have you believe, and I probably disagree with some of the witnesses here today as well. But the problem I have with this hearing is this is an important argument, but it pales in comparison to what's going on right now with Americans' privacy, with Americans' national security. We're talking about whether there should be a warrant to search a certain amount of information lawfully collected from foreigners. It's not a broad set of information, and yet some non-government employee, Elon Musk, is getting access to every single American's personal identification information. His employees, some of whom have already been found to have stolen information from one company to bring to another competitor, are getting access to Americans' personal identification information, whether it be through the Social Security Administration, it be through the Department of Treasury. So it feels like this hearing, while important, is somewhat misguided at this time when the privacy considerations of every American is at risk, rather than a very narrowly tailored set of Americans who are communicating with foreigners who are suspected or potentially suspected of being involved in adversarial actions against the United States. The other thing that I want to bring up with our friends here is the threat to national security. We're talking a lot about that in this hearing, and obviously 702 is designed to protect our national security. As many of you know, I'm sure, last week, I believe it was, the NSA Director, General Timothy Hawk, widely respected, a career national security official, overseeing the NSA, which is principally responsible for using Section 702 materials and gathering Section 702 materials. He was fired. Do you know why he was fired, Mr. Hamadanchi?
The reporting is that there were certain people who convinced the president, specifically Laura Loomer, that he should be fired.
Laura Loomer, yes. Laura Loomer went in and had a meeting with the president and urged that General Hawk should be fired because he was handpicked by General Mark Milley, who was the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff in 2023 when Hawk was nominated to lead both the Cyber Command and the NSA. Now, this is the same Laura Loomer who says 9/11 was an inside job, who has openly advocated at a white nationalist conference that she is a white advocate, who said during the campaign that if Kamala Harris, who is half Indian, won, that quote, the White House would smell like curry and White House speeches will be facilitated via a call center, who has said that numerous mass shootings are all hoaxes and conspiracies, who calls herself a proud Islamophobe, and perpetuated the completely bogus conspiracy theory about Haitian immigrants in Ohio, and yet she is given access to the President of the United States to make a national security recommendation that, coincidentally or not, the next day happened. How does this affect our national security, Mr. Hamadanchi, when a conspiracy theorist who is denounced by numerous Republicans is effectively making decisions about who oversees our most sensitive collection agency?
So I think the first question is whether or not the NSA director was refused to follow any illegal orders. The reporting does not indicate that. The second question is have there been any policy changes at the NSA since President Trump took office? That's something that this committee should look at. And the third question is, who is the president going to replace the NSA director with? If that person is unqualified, if that person has the potential for abuse the authority of the NSA, and that's something that Congress should weigh in if that's the case.
And I agree with you,
Gentleman's
Mr.
time has
Chairman.
expired.
I will, if I could have just 1 second.
No, you
I
can't.
agree. I
Your
hope
time-
we do
your-
look
your
into
time
all
has
of that,
expired.
because that's far more important than
Thank-
Section
thank-
702 right at this minute.